All right, everybody, welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2025 Honda Civic.
That's right. Yeah, lots to unpack here.
Yeah, and you listeners out there, you're clearly interested in this car, and so are we.
I mean, the Civic's always been a big deal, but this one...
Yeah, this one's different. It feels like a big step.
Absolutely. We've got a ton of reviews and specs and some marketing material.
Like a mountain of info.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to climb it.
Yeah, and we want to give you that well-rounded picture, like what's going on with this new Civic.
So strap in, everyone.
So first of all, let's just address the elephant in the room. Honda's really making a statement with this release.
Yeah, they're not messing around. This isn't just like a little refresh,
Right. It's like they took the Civic, they said, hey, what's the future of this thing?
Exactly.
And they went for it.
Yeah, it feels like a whole new generation, like they skipped a step or two.
All right, so let's talk about that elephant, the hybrid powertrain.
Oh, yeah, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay, so 200 horsepower.
From a 2.0-liter engine.
With two electric motors.
Two.
Not one, but two.
Yeah, that's not your typical Civic setup.
No, and we're hearing 49 mpg combined. Is that even real?
It's real and it's spectacular.
Oh, wow.
So basically, they've got this really clever system. It's a parallel hybrid setup, which means the engine and the motors can work together or separately, depending on what you need.
So if you need power,
boom, those electric motors give you instant torque.
Off the line, it's like, yeah, and then when you're just cruising.
This system's like, all right, we can sip some fuel now. Let's switch to electric or maybe a combo.
So for our listeners out there, think about that commute. Think about those road trips.
Filling up your tank once a month.
Yeah, seriously.
It's a game changer.
Okay, I am sold on the hybrid, but what about, people who aren't ready to go full electric?
Right, so Honda knows not everyone's there yet, so they're still offering the good old 2.0-liter gas engine.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It's a solid engine, 150 horsepower. That's not going to win any drag races, but...
it's still peppy for daily driving.
Absolutely. And it'll probably have a lower starting price.
Yeah, that's always a factor.
For sure.
Okay, so no matter where you are in the whole electric spectrum, there's a Civic for you.
They've got you covered.
But let's be real here. A car is more than just an engine.
The core's got to look good too, right?
Yes. This new design, though, those headlights at the bumper.
Yeah, it's giving me sophisticated vibes, but also approachable.
Yes. I see that it's grown up a bit.
It's matured, but it hasn't gotten boring. You know what I mean?
It's not stuffy.
No, it's still got that sporty edge.
Okay, but what's really interesting?
What's that?
The higher-end models, the hybrid sport and sport touring, they get some serious upgrades.
Oh, yeah. We're talking premium materials inside, soft touch surfaces, maybe even some leather.
Ooh, fancy.
And they get all the cool tech, like adaptive cruise control lane keeping assist.
So they're really packing it in.
It's like Honda's trying to say, hey, we can do luxury, too.
You think they're trying to move up market a little bit?
Maybe. The Civic's always been a great value, but this is next level.
It's interesting. It's they're not abandoning their core audience.
Yeah,
but
they're also aiming a little higher.
Right, broadening their horizons.
Exactly.
All right, let's talk performance, though, because 0 to 60 in 6.2 seconds for the hybrid.
That's quick.
That's hot hatch territory.
Yeah, you're not going to find a Corolla or Mazda 3 that can keep up with that.
Wow. So it's they're not just focused on fuel economy.
No, they want it to be fun to drive, too.
So what's the driving experience like overall?
From what we're seeing in the reviews, it sounds like they've struck a good balance.
Between sporty and comfortable.
Yeah, exactly. It handles, the steering's precise, but it's not a bone-jarring ride.
So it's you could take it on a track day.
You could.
But you could also commute in it every day.
Exactly. It's versatile.
Okay, time for the maybe not so fun part, the price.
Yeah, let's talk money.
So starting MSRP for the 2025 Civic is $25,345.
And the higher-end models... those are going to push closer to $33,000.
Okay, so that's not exactly cheap.
It's definitely on the higher end for a compact car.
But the questions are you getting your money's worth?
Right, and I think that depends on what you're looking for.
If you want all the bells and whistles, the latest tech point, the best performance.
Then yeah, I think the Civic makes a strong case.
But if you're on a tighter budget?
Maybe the base model or even the gas-only version is a better fit.
So lots to consider there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's kind of recap here. It sounds like the hybrid technology is the star of the show.
Definitely.
But the gas engine is still a solid option.
For sure.
The design's been updated, the performance is impressive, and the price.
Well, it's competitive.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot for your money.
So all in all, pretty impressive package.
I think so.
Now here's a question for you and for our listeners to ponder.
Okay, I like where this is going.
With Honda going all in on the hybrid for this generation, is this a sign of things to come?
Ooh, good question.
Like, is this the future of Honda?
And maybe even the future of cars in general.
Are we seeing the beginning of the end for the gas engine?
It's hard to say, but it's definitely a possibility.
So listeners out there, we want to know what you think. Are you ready to embrace the hybrid revolution?
Or are you sticking with gas for now?
The choice is yours, but hopefully this deep dive has given you the information you need to make that decision.
That's what we're here for.
All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy driving.
Keep the rubber side down.